We have a friend of ours in the building. You can actually just check this out. You want to what the interview live is www.coolfm.ng, and you can be part of the conversation because I think I'm liking what's happening since the Big Brother Africa show happened. We've had a lot of South African friends here in Nigeria. I mean, you see them at our parties. They've been having fun. We have a great friendship, relationship. They tasted our food. And I think they love it here too as well, right? And it's nice that, because of how the show happened, some of them had to come back, later months or a few weeks after, and then they're on the show. So you guys who actually did not hear Nelissa do an interview after the big show, and it's the right time. She's right here on your number one hit music station. Nelissa, how are you doing?
Hi.
Great to have you on the show.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here.
I like it. And I can tell, like I said, the best things come in small packages.
Dynamite comes in small packages.
I like that. And you can blow anytime, right?
Definitely.
Maybe. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm doing good. That's doing good.
That's good.
It feels so different when I see everybody on TV.
Yeah.
And when we get to meet you in person. Yeah. I think your persona was quiet, but sometimes very open-minded when you want to be, especially at the parties. Mm-hmm.
No, I love to party.
I could tell that. All right, I could tell that. But I mean, you've been in Nigeria for how many days now? Or weeks?
I think on Friday will be 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There's always a question that pops up every time.
Okay.
Why are you in Nigeria?
Why am I in Nigeria? I mean, we got Nigerian housemates with us in the house. So I wanted to experience the culture firsthand. So obviously the only way to do that is to come to Nigeria. Good. And I had never been outside of South Africa before.
That's good.
So the opportunity presented itself and I took it by the horns.
I love that. There's always something you love when you go to a place, right?
Yeah.
What do you love about Nigeria? What do you hate about Nigeria? You know
what the craziest thing is? Lagos especially, because I haven't been to other cities, reminds me of home so much.
Okay.
I literally was on the phone this morning and I was like, this is Joburg 2.0. Like,
Pro Max.
You guys don't sleep. I love the vibe. I love the architecture. I love the music. Yemi took me to like a live performance the other night, which was actually really cool. What I hate, I don't hate it. I'm still trying to get used to it. The humidity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honesty right there. Are you a lot closer to Yemi? Like, are you a lot closer?
I think we've always been close.
Yeah.
Like, even when I was back in Southie, like, literally we'd have phone calls and everything, so.
Do you like him?
Like what?
She wouldn't believe it. Oh, they didn't tell you the show you were coming on? Oh, wow.
No,
you met the wrong guy.
It's okay.
Now, the truth is, this is the truth.
Okay.
I want to be straight up with you.
Be straight up.
When the show, Yemi's one of the most liked guy on the show. He's a tall guy, he's handsome, he has a great charisma, and everybody talked about, relationship with, and now the truth is, we're here, right?
Okay.
You liked Yemi at one point.
Yes, I did.
On that level.
Yes.
Do you still feel the same way now?
No, I don't.
No, you don't. No. Are you saying this for radio?
No, I'm being honest. The friendship and the siblingship that we've developed is far beyond something that I would ever try to pursue a romantic relationship with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. Are you with Thabang now? Or you're not? Oh, like she's laughing. I like it. You have a great smile.
I'm a single person.
You're a single person.
Yes.
Everybody can say that.
Yes.
So, but Thabang is in Nigeria too.
No,
I'm not. I think he's back in South Africa.
Yeah, he's back in South Africa.
Did you guys meet when you came in?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. And you're still pursuing that. You can boldly tell me about Yemi, but can you boldly tell me about your relationship with Thabang?
The thing is, I feel like everybody has different personalities in the house.
Okay.
So I'm still getting to know him outside of the house. So are we in a relationship? No. Are we getting to know each other? Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
The bomb has been dropped. There's always something we love about when we go into a show.
Okay.
Sometimes expectations are high.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are things you plan in your mind you were going to do, but you gone in the house and you're like, no, I didn't do it. Or the things you thought you were never going to do, but you gone in the house and you did it.
That's the thing. I keep on saying this. I've never been like an active watcher of Big Brother before.
Okay.
So I didn't really have any expectations. So I was like, just this is another adventure. I love adventures. I love things that excite me. So I was like, this is another adventure. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to show off my talent. And whatever happens, happens. Like, it's God's will. I'm a firm believer in destiny. So I was just like, whatever happens, happens. As long as I'm having fun and I don't regret not having fun in that house. Nothing's worse than...
You had no regrets? Not even the kind of friends that you had?
Not friendship-wise, but I think I have a couple of regrets in terms of how I handled certain situations. Okay. Yeah.
Can you give it an example? And how would you handle that?
I think there's some people when I should have like stayed away from.
Example? Example.
Millie.
Why?
I just think it put me in a certain light, and that's not how I view myself. And now people have a certain perception of me. And it's like, there's so much else that I did in that house, but you're still stuck on this one instance. And it's like, dude, I did major tasks. I was modeling in that house.
Absolutely.
I was singing very badly, of course. But like, there's so much more that I brought to the table, but you're stuck on this one moment, which I've moved past from. So.
And I think you don't like that. You don't like it.
No, I don't.
Who would you have built a better friendship with in the house that you didn't?
I think Yvonne.
Okay.
Definitely Yvonne. I think the friendship that started developing towards the end of my stay was Ipileng. So I think I would have loved to get to know her better in the beginning. Other than that, who else? I think otherwise everybody else I was friends with, I'm still friends with today. Yeah.
There's always a perception about different countries. You know, there's a perception of South Africans about Nigerians.
Yeah.
We also have a perception about South Africans, you know, here in Nigeria. Because sometimes we think we're great people, but we always some people feel South Africans don't like Nigerians. I think it only changed with the show because I saw the bun. I even saw a lot of you guys at the AMVCA. You guys had a great time together.
We did.
So what's a perception about a typical South African about Nigeria?
A typical South African about Nigeria. What perception I would have on Nigeria?
Yeah.
Like, I'm the worst person to ask that question because I'm very open-minded about everything.
So let me say, generally, people think, oh, Nigerians are loud.
South Africans are louder.
Okay. Okay.
So I don't think I had any perceptions. I think one perception I did have was the fact that the girls are more glamorous.
Okay.
And I'm very low-key. So I was like, I'm going to struggle to relate because if you're changing your wig every day and I brought one wig, like, you're going to look at me crazy.
So is this the highest amount of makeup you ever had on your face, you know, since the time you left the house?
No, I generally wear makeup. But, like, if I'm in a house, like, in my head, I was like, I'm at home. Why am I wearing heels at home? So at some point, Biggie's house was my house. I was barefoot the first night.
Yeah.
And people were like, why is she barefooted? Where are your shoes at? And I was like, we at home.
I think sometimes it takes weeks for them to get out of their shell.
Yeah.
But I think with you, you're just from the first day you kicked in and that was it.
Yeah. I was just like, yo, Biggie, I moved in. Like, this is our home now.
I get it. I want to say this, and this is going to sound crazy. In the beginning of the show, I just felt, because I think you went on Yemi's team, right?
Okay.
I think they paired, was it you and Yemi, right? They paired up, who was your pair?
Yeah, it was Yemi.
It was Yemi, right? And everybody just felt it would have been, something might happen, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that. And that's me being honest, you know?
Yeah.
I would not mind that. Did you think people spoke that? Because you guys did tasks together. He was very protective of you. I don't think you pursued that because you saw there was he had a friendship or a relationship with someone in the house. Do you think people spoke that for you?
No, like the reason why we kind of drifted away from the whole relationship thing is because we're in a game show.
Yeah.
Like if we're together and somehow we fight or something, relationship-wise, I felt like that could hinder a task or something. So I was like, dude, and then he agreed. And I was like, dude,
cool.
Let's keep this a friendship. Let's work on the game aspect. And that was that.
It's good. Because, you know, you cannot mix business and pleasure.
I mean,
where we can sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I get
it
it.
might not work in your favor.
Now tell us about your background in South Africa. What are you known for? You know, every time you step out and what have been your dream, your goals, the things you've been trying to push back in South Africa?
So I've moved around a lot because my parents were not together. So I moved back and forth from my parents. From being born in Durban, raised in Cape Town, I lived in like 3-4 other cities.
Okay.
What I'm known for is I'm the first to laugh. I'm always the bubbly one.
Okay.
But with that, entertainment has always been the goal.
Okay.
Whether it's me hosting Creatives Meets, which is like a networking session for creatives, or it's just meeting people and like hosting parties. Like there's a term we use, rock star.
Okay. That's
I'm the
it.
rock star.
So like you're the life of the party, rock star, you're walking in a room, you just bring the life into it.
Definitely.
And that's great. Now, you're in Nigeria.
Yeah.
There's definitely things you see that you would like to do. Sometimes you come from there's a culture shock sometimes. You come out like, oh, I think I can do this. What have you seen that you feel you might be tapping into in Nigeria?
I went to Ghana just before this, and obviously now I'm in Nigeria. And doing like the media rounds, I'm in love with this. Like, give me
You
a
wanna
mic
do
and
it?
let me talk.
I like that.
Let me talk.
I feel you have the flair,
Yeah.
and that's why I feel like, do you think that the house brought the best out of you? Do you think your stay in the house brought the best out of you?
Definitely. I came out and there was a hashtag, the walking Google. And I was like, what? They're like, girl, you knew things that we didn't know. And people were Googling to see if you're right, and you are actually right. So yeah, I think it definitely brought out the best. Those tasks, every time there was a task, I tried to put my best foot forward, and I think I nailed that.
Tell us about your education background.
Okay, so first of all, I studied music. I did a gap year course in music, vocals, guitar, music theory. And then I wanted to study it further, so I did music business. When I got to music business, I realized that I already knew everything that they were teaching me.
Wow.
So I was like...
Kanye West in the building.
So I was like, peace, I'm out. So I quit school then because I was like, what's the point? Like, we're wasting money and I'm wasting time. So I went into the club industry, started working. And then my dad kind of convinced me to go back to school. So I went to a school called Vega, studied strategic communications.
Okay.
And unfortunately, that was the year that COVID hit.
Oh.
So to transition from like classrooms and being a people's person to being behind the screen and not seeing anybody for like 3 months really messed with my mental health.
Okay.
So at that point, I was like, okay, do I want to be mentally well or do I continue with school? So I had to drop out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you ever go back to school?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. But I finally finished something last year. I did digital marketing last year.
Okay.
Yeah, so-
Round of applause for
I
that.
finished one thing.
Now, talking about, what's new for you? What are you doing? What do you think is next? Are you planning on working on anything right now?
There's a few interesting sneaker collabs that is coming up, like partnering up with sneaker collab
nice.
companies.
Okay.
So that's cool because I love streetwear. I just got off a meeting this morning to finalize my podcast.
Okay.
We're collaborating with some dope ass restaurants in Joburg, which is really cool. And I can't speak about the rest.
Okay. So we'll let the cat out of the bag some other time.
Yes.
You built new friendships, right?
I definitely did.
New friendships. Which one would you hold to your heart since you left the house? You know, this person I'm going to hold dear to my heart.
Sitting right there. Yemi.
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 Sitting right there.
Yemi Craze.
We were trying to hide him, but it's all good. She dropped the bomb, and it's a great thing. That's a good friend. He made sure, he made this happen as well, right?
Yeah,
so shout out to him. Yemi was good.
He definitely has
Protective.
my back.
So should I say
and through.
protective brother or protective boyfriend?
Brother.
Is a
Brother.
Maybe we never know. Will your Snickers be unisex or just for everybody? If you ever have
so
to make
it's not
any.
like I'm designing the sneakers. It's just that like it's a collaboration with the company.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
me promoting the company.
That's cool.
Yeah, so definitely unisex because I'm very much a tomboy. I'm an outdoorsy person, so
Good.
yeah.
If I check your playlist right now, I dig into it. What song do you listen to?
Definitely Mnike.
Okay.
It's a retake on an old classic.
Okay.
Hamba Jube. Rush. So.
That's all my lady.
That's 4. Yeah, that's 4, right?
That's 3 already.
That's 3.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay. Seasons, Loiso. It's a beautiful singer. That's 4. Number 5, I have to drop Kanye in there. Move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just the same way we gave Ipaleng a Nigerian name. We gave her specifically a Yoruba name. We gave her Balumi. So you are going to answer an Igbo name, right? We're going to give you a name. And first, maybe I should do the honors.
Okay. I like this.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it open.
Okay.
But I would, as I perceive you, I think I would give you Inika.
Nika.
Truthfully, right? Inikas are very pretty.
Okay.
Right? I mean, that's a known thing here that so if I'm going to give you an Igbo name, now the only thing is I need to find out the meaning of it. So please, guys, my Igbo friends, help me out. You know, I just pick, I look, I could tell the meaning of Pelumi and I explain that to you, Peleng.
Yeah.
So I don't want to give you a name you don't know the meaning. So please,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
friends, hit me up and tell me what Inika means.
Inika.
Inika. That's Nneka. Inika. Nelissa, Inika, Masila.
But we have to add a Bena in there because Ghanaians also gave me a name.
Oh, so what's your name in Ghana?
Abena.
Abena.
Yeah.
So we have Nelissa, Inika, Abena,
Msila.
Msila.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. So please tell me what Inika means and we'll wrap this up. Mother is great. Mother. That's mom. That's mother, right? Mother is great.
That means I'm destined for greatness. I like that.
There's a lot of story you want to tell us anyway. Thank you so much for coming on the show. And Nelissa, I want to see more of you. And any shout out to anybody?
Shout out to the Lee Stands, man. You're my fan base.
Crazy.
They're crazy. I love them. Like, shout out to them. Sunflower Gang. I love you guys.
They're plenty, they're many. Sunflower, that's Nelissa Stands and Sunflower Gangs. Right? Shout out to you guys, right? Thank you so much for coming to Nigeria. And thank you so much for coming to the show. And shout out to Yemi too as well for making sure you're really hooked with the right stuff.